Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the new fall Wet n Wild Autumn Lush collection, and it's actually a really pretty collection. I saw it in my local CVS about a week ago, and I snagged up the items really quick because I know these have the tendency to sell out rather quickly. The display was new that day and there were already quite a few items missing, so I had to grab the ones that I wanted, especially the mascaras. The only mascara that I did not get was the blue one because I just can't find it in myself to wear blue because I am brunette with brown eyes. But I did grab the purple one, which is called Glamethyst Rock. I grabbed the green one, which is called Green as a Thistle. I did grab the brown one, which isn't quite brown, it's lighter. It's called Unbreakable Bronze, and that's very appropriate for the shade. Very excited about those, and I will swatch all of these in a second. I just want to share with you the items that I did get. I grabbed both of the eyeshadow trios. The first one that I got is Plaid to the Bone, which is gorgeous. When I saw this color on the bottom, I thought, oh my gosh, is that like from the Comfort Zone palette? But it's not, and I will swatch both of those two shades, that duochrome blue-brown shade, to see the comparison between the two because they are not different. I mean, they are not the same. And the other one that I got is Velour Vixen, and that is the more burgundy reddish tones, so that is super pretty. And then there were 4 lip shades. I only purchased one of them because the others did not suit me. One was a very vibrant magenta, kind of pinkish purple color. One was a very vibrant red. One was a really deepened kind of red color, which is not something that I wear either. And then there was this one, which I thought was really pretty. I like these colors once in a while in the fall, so that's why I snagged it, and it's in the shade Take It Like a Vamp. So really pretty color. So with that being said, I'm going to start with this and I'm going to swatch everything for you so you can see it all, including the mascaras. So Take It Like a Vamp in the wand, you can see on the actual plastic wand itself, it is a reddish purpley color. It's hard to tell in the tube because in the tube it looks like it's going to almost be brown based, but it's not. It does have kind of a, I'm going to try to sheer it out so you can see the undertone, a purpley undertone to it. So there's what it looks like there. It does apply a little bit patchy, not only in the swatch, obviously, because the swatch was a little all over the place, but I did wear it one day since I did receive it, and I did have to go in with a second layer to even it out. But the nice thing about this is that it did layer nicely. It didn't get cakey, it didn't crack, it didn't do anything weird, but it does not dry down 110%. After about an hour, I went to do a kiss test and it did transfer. So keep that in mind if you're going to get these darker shades or the brighter shades, it did transfer. Now, we're going to go to mascaras. The mascara that I was most excited about is the brown one, and the brown one was called, or is called, Unbreakable Bronze. I love brown mascaras. My favorite one is made by Tease in the shade Tiger's Eye. So when I saw that Wet n Wild came out with one, I was like, oh my, I must try this. So the wand itself is just a traditional mascara wand. There is nothing truly special about it. And I'm going to just swipe it sideways just so you can get an idea of the color of the mascara. The mascara is not significantly pigmented. It is a nice tone, but you're not going to see a lot of it on your lashes, especially if you have dark lashes like myself. Now, if you have blonde lashes or, you know, red lashes, you know, something that's lighter, you might see the color pay off a lot better. But something like this just did not really show up on my lashes, which was kind of disappointing because I was expecting it to be a little bit more deep or just, I don't know, something that built up a little bit more. But you know, it's fun to have these, you know, for now. Now, the green one is called Green as a Thistle. Now, the green one is pretty cool. It does show up a little bit more. I've tried these two. I haven't tried the purple one yet. The green one does have a little more pigmentation, but, you know, this two looked a little odd. It didn't look very interesting. I was trying to build it up as much as I could, but didn't build up very well. So I haven't tried the purple one yet, so we'll get to that in a second. But that is the green one. Now let's open the purple one up right now and see maybe if this has a little more deeper pigmentation to it. I mean, I generally love to play with colored mascaras, and when I saw that Wet n Wild had them and they were only, I believe they were $3.79 each, I thought, you know, even if they don't work, it's not like I'm out a lot of money. So that's the upside to it. It's not, you know, extremely expensive. The packaging too, by the way, is really pretty. It has this pretty like Baroque design, kind of like scroll design around the edge with the color of the mascara, so it makes it a little easier to identify it when, you know, if you have it in your drawer. So here is the purple one. Let's see, and I have to note also that they do have a very chemical smell. They do not smell anything perfumed at all. Ooh, I don't know about this one either. It's a very light color. I mean, granted, I wouldn't expect it to be super pigmented, but a little something. I mean, I have some black mascaras that are black. All right, so I built this up. This would be, you know, as if I did several layers of mascara, which this might show up. This might be something pretty on the tips of my eyelashes just to add a little something different. We'll try. I'm going to try a tutorial with it so you can see it in action. All right, so now we have the first eyeshadow trio, and this is in the shade Velour Vixen. Here are the colors here. I've already tested them out just to get an idea of what I was working with, and they're actually very pretty. There is quite a bit of fallout with the glitter on the darker shade, but this bone shade is amazing. The bone shade is perfect as a brow highlight. It feels really creamy. It does not look super powdery or patchy when you put it on. It's really nice. I love it as my brow highlight. The next shade is really awesome too. It is a perfect berry burgundy shade for the fall. I mean, it just screams fall to me. I love it. It's so pretty. I wore it the other day throughout my crease and blended out, smudged out in my lower lash line. Really awesome. Now, the one that I didn't really like in this is the deeper shade. It has glitter in it. I don't know if you're going to pick up on the glitter. It does have glitter, and it did fall out throughout the day, and it did apply a little bit patchy. It's kind of, I guess, a blackened base with kind of red glitter in it. And here it is here. It did not apply very nicely, but that is fine for the price. I think it was like $3 and maybe 19 cents, $3.49, something like that. I'll take these two shades for certain. This one, you don't get to see the glitter, and the actual base shade applied very patchy, so not my favorite. And the last item in the collection that I purchased, and is my favorite of all of the items that I purchased, is the eyeshadow trio in Plaid to the Bone. And it is awesome. Here are the three shades. Okay, with this trio, as beautiful as it is, I do need an additional transition shade and brow bone highlight, because the brow bone highlight they furnish in this is not something I would ever wear on my brow bone. This is the brow bone highlight. It is entirely too deep for my brow bone. I liked using this in the inner third of my eyelid because it is very taupey, but it's very shimmery. I would never apply that to my brow bone. That's entirely too deep for my skin tone and complexion. The next shade is the, they call this their crease shade. But even with this crease shade, I do like to blend it out with something a little more neutral. And this too was patchy, as you can see. I mean, it's nice, but it just doesn't have a lot of pigment to it. Like, if you can see my finger, there's a lot on my finger, but when I try to just swatch it out, I gotta really apply the color. There isn't a whole lot of color to it, which is fine. Now, the reason why I got this trio was because of this lovely shade. This one here, the lid shade, is beautiful. Look at that. OMG. gorgeous. Now when I first saw it in the pan, I thought, that looks just like the one from the Comfort Zone palette. So I was like, you know what, let me swatch them side by side to see if they are the same formula, the same color, you know, what is the deal with them. So when I swatch, and this is the Comfort Zone palette here, and it's this bottom shade right here. And when I swatch them next to each other, they are not actually the same. Very similar. When you swatch them side by side, the one from the Comfort Zone has a very reddish brown undertone, where the one from the trio, from the Autumn Lush trio, has more of a deep darkened brown undertone. They're both duochrome, but they have different bases. So they look similar in the pan, but they are in fact very different. So you can see there. Okay, so that is my swatch review. I gotta say, a lot of the items are hit and miss, but all in all, for each item being under $3 each, I'm not one to complain because there is some good stuff in here. You just have to weed out the good and the bad. The lipstick is really pretty. It does not dry down, and it's been on here for about 5-10 minutes, and you can see that it did transfer. So it is not transfer proof, like I said earlier, so beware of that. The mascaras are interesting. The brown one is, granted, I was hoping that would be my most favorite one because it's one of my favorite colors of mascara. It did not work. Green was okay if you maybe want to put that to your tips, and maybe the purple. I haven't tried that one yet. The purple might look pretty against the tips, you know, along the tips of your lashes. The burgundy collection is great. The bone highlight and the kind of berry burgundy shade, very pretty. The deep glittery shade, no good. We got the plaid to the bone, the brow bone highlight shade, and the lid shade are awesome. The crease shade did not really, it was very patchy. And as far as those duochrome shades between the Comfort Zone and the plaid trio, not duped. So if you get both of them, you don't have to feel like you're at a loss. So all in all, lots of, you know, hits and misses. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little swatch and review, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.